I'm Chris.
I'm Zaya.
I'm Jack.
Team Beer Chang.
Team Chang! Let go and come down. Let go and come down.
Copy.
Right. Let go and come down. Tonight it's your favorite shirt. You're winning hard, but it's coming. Let go and come down. Let go and come down.
How did you hear about the competition?
I was actually at work at the time and I happened to be on Facebook. Don't tell my boss, but it popped up in the advert section and just said, do you want to take part in the Indian Rickshaw Run 2013? So my eyes instantly glued to it and I clicked on it and yeah, followed all the instructions and signed up.
A good friend of mine just sent me an email one day with a link to the Facebook page. Said, this is for you, man. And you know, because he knows me. He knows how I feel about Beer Chang. Anything involving a wild, crazy, adventure and Beer Chang would catch my attention. So
My friends, they love Chang Beer, so they follow Chang Beer Facebook page. And they told me, hey, you're doing the rally anyway, why don't you give a shot at it? It's a contest, and then I said, yeah, sure. So I did that, and now I'm here.
Great. You've got a windscreen wiper here. There you go. Luckily, it's not going to rain.
Okay, Matt, you're running this event. Can you tell us, in your words, about the event?
We have 75 teams driving painted rickshaws from Cochin in Kerala to Shillong in Meghalaya, which is approximately 4,500 kilometers minimum. They've got 2 weeks, no set route, no backup, no support. Indian roads are some of the most dangerous in the world. Somebody dies on Indian roads around every 13 seconds. And the weather is extremely hot. And then most important, your horn. Do not get used to that noise. Use it more. Use it with careless abandon.
tell me about the team.
It's me, Jack, and Chris, and I met them just 2 days ago. They're great, amazing people. They're very nice guys, and I'm really fortunate to be in one team with them.
She's been on most of the adventurous runs as well, so she's got all that experience under her belt as well. So
I think it's going to be great. Zaya is amazing, has an incredible energy, pretty wild in a good way, very artistic. Jack, he was 21. That's half my age, but I feel like we're like mates, from school.
Chris, who's quite a bit older than myself, but that's great because he's got real life experience. He knows what to do when situations get sticky. I'm the baby of the group, I guess.
Biggest parties tonight before we go and adventure all across India. So all 70 teams are here and we're having one last party, one last get together. Cheers.
What challenges do you think you'll face?
I think we'll face more challenges than not challenges. We're going to break down, and we're probably going to struggle to find places to spend the night.
It'll be interesting. We had a small patch in the city of really rough road, and then it hit us both, Jack and I, at the same time. We were like, ooh, I bet a lot of the roads are going to be like this, which means we won't be making good time.
Fears. What are your fears?
Fears. I wouldn't want to get sick. Because lots of people do, and it just takes away from the experience in the rally.
The cooler, that's important stuff. Sweating like a beer child. Oh, we're gonna have fun.
Tiger. Wait.
As you probably know, we're going to Shillong today. I just want to say quickly what a fantastic group we lot have been. I hope you enjoyed the party last night, and I really look forward to seeing you all in Shillong.
We go through some extremely heavy traffic in Cochin, and we only made it 130 kilometers today, so that's not a very good day towards getting up to Shillong, because we have a lot further to go, so we got to really increase our distance. None of them work, not first, not...
Do you think it's the cable?
Yeah, you can see it. We're watching this thing. We think our clutch is broken because it's not, when we turn, it's not selecting any gears. Chris has just gone off with a random Indian with Rickshaw. Yeah, we're just gonna wait and see if he ever comes back. Hopefully with some parts.
Why are you doing that?
Maybe he's gonna...
Mate.
So now I'm
Imagine the rest of the traffic putting up with this.
We're getting towed in a very unconventional way.
I think I can push it faster than this.
in India.
Second day of our big adventure, and it's a big adventure.
Mr. Mechanic, he's gonna save us some trouble.
What's your name?
Ramesh.
Very good. You're the best mechanic. Woo!
We'll see.
Thank you.
Change gear like you mean it.
Let's go drink some beer like we mean it.
The trip's going really well. We've had quite a few problems with our rickshaw. We've broken down more times than I'd like to. I've pushed more times than I would like to today. But me and the guys are getting on great, and we're just sort of trucking on. Tomorrow we're going to see if we can get out early and find a mechanic to look over our rickshaw, just to make it a bit more sound to drive every day.
Well, this guy seems to know what he's doing.
Hey. That's the sweet, sweet sound of a fixed rickshaw. When you're on the road and you're getting sweaty sweaty balls, you got to dry them out. I like to do this. Rear legs in the air. It cools you off.
Brilliant.
Feels good.
So we found a name for our show. It's going to be Rikita. Rikita. Indian people are very curious. They're like, want to know everything. Like if something happening, they just want to come. Like they just, it doesn't matter. They want to come and walk, to look and then watch. Mongolia.
You?
America.
You?
England.
The sun is going down, so us three are going to find a place to stay.
Night driving is horrible. Avoid at any cost driving at night if you're in India. Do not drive at night. We've been getting that comments from everybody. We're going against the traffic right now. We couldn't get the right side of the highway. So, praying we will not die. We were in 6 hotels and first one Chris didn't like it, so we went next one. Next one was full. Next one was under construction, and then the next ones were also full. And then 7th one we pulled, but I pulled over. Actually, had some rooms available, which is this hotel. And the people are very nice. The manager is like checking out our rickshaw, really like what we're doing, loves our logo. He read all our small signs and laughing, read our logo, we like a minute, he's like, yeah, good. What's your name, sir?
Mitran.
Mitran?
Mitran.
Mitran. I'm Zaya.
Kya?
Zaya?
Chaya.
Zaya. Not Jaya. Zaya.
Yeah. Mitran means friend.
Downtown, downtown.
It's Jack. He's still asleep. And he's horrible, he's mean in the morning. I need to bring him food right away, otherwise he's grumpy old man. Good morning.
Good morning.
Where are you going?
Say come from wrongs and spills, come home, but don't stay dumb for long. Said home from Boston, don't fall, say, don't say. We've been running around going downtown, downtown, downtown. We've been running around going downtown, downtown, downtown.
You guys having a hoop?
So, breakdown number 6. And we're going over some speed bumps. Luckily, it's not the end of the world. We can just do that.
Fixed. Voila.
Voila.
They weren't speed bumps, they were holes in the bridge.
Really?
They were quite big holes in the bridge, and it's like you couldn't see them until you got right up on them. And it's like, whoa, boom.
Good driving, Jack.
Thank you.
It's much better when that thing's connected, huh?
License. No license.
Yeah,
International license.
International driving permit. Sir. International auto drive. Cricket.
Flintoff is English.
I look like a Flintoff person, huh?
Who's this? Football?
A cricket player.
Oh, cricket. Okay.
Journey.
You too. Have a good day. He's like, oh yes. I want to see what's going on. He's like, out of my way, woman. Out of the way.
We just finished. In the first 5 or 6 days, while everyone was still in quite a tight-knit pack, you wouldn't see many people at the beginning of the day, but as the sun started to set and you were getting near the big popular towns, people would sort of come out of the woodwork, and we ended up in convoys of 5 people, convoys of 6. It's really good, and you'd see someone on the first day, and then you wouldn't see him for 3 days, and you'd see him again, and you'll be able to share the last 3 days and stuff and see how they were getting on.
So many people, it's this crazy city, and then we had no idea where we were going. We were just like driving, trying to locate a hotel, and then we went to buy some saris, and we bought some cold beers from them and went back to the hotel to meet them. And hopefully the rest of the days will be good like this, just small breakdowns and covering lots of ground. Cheers!
We are leaving Kibale, and we're gonna go as far north as we can.
We started off from the hotel where a slight incident with our tire. Started out, we had a slow leak, and before we could find a place to get air for it, it went flat. But as a team, we were able to pull together and change the tire, lickety split, and get back on the road until we found a place where we could actually have the tire repaired. And it was just a small puncture, and they're very good at doing puncture repairs here.
I was changing tire with my sari on, and then the guys, the mechanic people were there. They want to change it. I was like, no, it's okay. I'll just changing tire. I'll do it. So I was doing it, and then everybody was looking at me. And Jack was saying, like, I don't think a lot of women in sari just change the tire and then fix it.
I'm just teasing, like the guy back there is going, "That's my job, damn it." After that, we got on some back roads that were absolutely spectacular. It was beautiful. Started to change our views of the scenery we had seen before, because the last 3.5, 4 days were pretty much highway riding and just almost desolate type desert stuff. And today we saw beautiful scenery, lots of greenery, great little villages with the coolest people, and it was really fantastic.
Chris feels really nervous when someone else drives, like no matter what, no matter how good the driver is, he always like, you know, like, ooh, that was close, that was close.
Zaya's driving. When our families see this, please tell them we love them. We're scared. You can find our bodies in the countryside in India.
And we were all excited because we were heading to the beach, and the goal was, as long as we can get there before the sun goes down, to see it and enjoy it, and hopefully find a nice place to stay. Well, we got there right about 6 o'clock, and there apparently is like a park entrance to the beach.
Tomorrow, you will come in tomorrow.
But there was a policeman there saying, sorry, beach closed 5:30. So we could see the water, we could see a little bit of the beach, and it was nice. It was a beautiful area. We were talking to some locals who spoke really good English, you know, young guys, and we told them we were looking for a hotel, and they said, oh, you don't want to stay the night here, very dangerous, it's not safe. Which, you know, when you're traveling and a local tells you it's not safe to stay here during the night, you realize it's time to get the hell out of town. And so once again, we drove at night.
Make up some lost time. We want to put our rickshaw on the truck.
Because we were robbed of a beach experience yesterday.
We want a beach experience.
Yeah, we're here, but we want to go here. No? Any truck? No? Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
40 kilometers. 40 kilometers. 40 kilometers.
All the truck, please? Okay. Thank you. Visakhapatnam?
Visakhapatnam jayega.
Your auto and you are all people.
Yes.
On this vehicle.
Yeah, Visakhapatnam.
Beach. Arga beach. 3,000 rupees Indian currency.
What about 2005?
2005.
Yes?
Sir, okay. Okay, foreign country.
Okay, thank you. Thank you.
truck drivers, they were skunk drunk. He'd just finished spending half an hour trying to take a dump outside the front of the truck. And we were driving, and these bus headlights were there, and they were getting closer, and the driver was just looking across like that, down the thing, and they were getting closer, and he was beeping his horn, he was honking and honking and honking, and the driver was still looking here, just looking down, and we're getting closer and closer and closer and closer, and at the last second he looks up, sees the truck, swerves, and the wing mirror just clips the bus. Sorry, yeah, the wing mirror clips the bus, and you can hear sort of some of the plastic hitting against all the side of the truck. So that was probably one of the scariest moments. Also, Zaya driving on these mountain roads is quite scary.
It is so unlike all that I have seen through my senses.
Well, what are we going to do? Are we going to stay here for the day tomorrow, or are we going to...
It's almost 4 o'clock, and 2 o'clock it's going to be dawn. Let's find a place to stay, and then we'll just...
Let's just go find a place we can park the rickshaw.
It's hard to pinpoint one moment in the 2 weeks. It was all pretty intense at one point. Personal satisfaction, maybe seeing Chris sleep on the street after 4 days of him having hissy fits over if the bed was unmade when he came into the room. Yeah, seeing him sprawled out on the street, passed out fast asleep was quite quite fun.
How are you?
4 hours sleeping on the filthy benches, but woke up to people walking by staring at us and stopped. Jack said he watched people watch me snoring.
Jack, they said we could go take a shower in their place, so the guys said that.
Little bathroom.
We stayed in, well, we were able to crash at our friend's room for a couple of hours.
Live like a minute. Life is our shoulder. Go west. Can we be up in here? Go west. Skies are blue. Go west. This is what we're gonna do.
They're really not, they are just curious. They're small village people. I mean, half the villages we went through, we spoke to some English speakers. Some people had never seen tourists before. Some people, one guy in fact, had never seen a white person in the flesh. So it warrants that kind of attention, but once you get your head over, they're just standing looking, you know, it's really, that's all they are, just curious. So.
The number one question we would ask daily, multiple times daily, was, where's Zaya? Because when the rickshaw stopped, she's got her camera and she's out and she's like going into people's houses. You know, like, oh, what's in here? Oh, you're using the toilet. Oh, you know, it's like, no, I mean, it wasn't that bad, but she was, yeah, she was like anchor woman. Sometimes, yeah, Jack and I were like, where the hell is she? Today wasn't so bad. We'll see how tomorrow goes. Supposed to stay at another beach town resort tomorrow, and we're supposed to go visit a Hindu temple in Puri and possibly the Sun Temple, and I can't remember the name, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah. Well, the same distance we did today.
tickets to there.
Are we going to go to one of those two places to see the temple?
So if we can get down there, yeah, it would be great to go and see the Sun Temples. I'd love to. We're planning to do multiple Monument Monday today. We're going to see 2 temples in one day. One temple in Puri here and the Sun Temples in Connaught, about 30 kilometers away.
Oh, he's working it. Oh, yeah. He's going into the Indian. Oh, yeah.
It is not allowed. In the outside. Outside.
Oh, we can look on the outside.
Welcome all of you. Myself Abhas Mahanti, State Level Guide, Government of Orissa, Department Tourism. Actually, this place name is Konark. It is in Puri district.
And the second setback being when we actually got to Pere, we went to the first Hindu temple and they told us because we weren't Hindu, we weren't allowed to come in. Me and Zaya went alone to the Sun Temple. We got there just in time for a sunset, which was amazing there, and we had we actually spent the money and got a guided tour as well, so we could learn a bit more about the history. We learned about the spiritual side, the sexual side, and the cosmological side of why the temple was built and how the temple was built. It's a really interesting place.
The boys were up and getting ready, and around 7 o'clock we were ready to hit the road and checked out from our hotel, but our rickshaw didn't start.
Where's our battery?
Left the rickshaw in the supposed secure parking last night and someone's stolen our battery. It used to be in that space.
So we had no battery, and then obviously we went to the front desk and complained that our battery was stolen.
We drive it inside. We have battery when we came inside. We can't come inside without battery.
Chris got a little mad and a little too loud.
We drove it in with the battery. We tried to leave this morning, no battery. It was inside your parking lot.
And woke up the entire staff of the hotel and the owner of the hotel.
Okay, so we get refund from the room and then we buy new battery?
And then we had this jockey going on for a while.
You're gonna buy a new battery for us? Buy us a new one.
We need a battery.
You buy us a new battery, well yeah, you give us our money back and we go and buy a new battery. So give us our money back and we'll go. You won't see us again.
And the security guys and the people who work at the hotel, they came out, examined our rickshaw and tried to start it.
What are you doing? Why are you trying to start our vehicle without a battery?
No battery, no battery. Battery start, no battery start.
It's not going to start because there's no batteries in it. And then voila, we just started and our jaws were just dropped and I was like, okay. And so obviously you can start and drive rickshaw without a battery. You don't need a battery to run a rickshaw.
Jack, it
front headlight work.
It got stolen before that because when I was driving there, I told you there's no horns.
So when did it get stolen then?
Before, because we didn't have no signals, no honk yesterday. We must have lost our battery yesterday while we were driving, most likely, because the way it was secured with the nuts and bolts, it's still there intact. So we think if somebody actually intentionally stole it, they would not bother to put their bolts back. So I think it actually fell down while we were driving, which makes sense. Where's the apology letter? Comment thing. And we felt really bad, so we went and apologized to the hotel and left the hotel.
We've drawn this diagram. Hopefully it will work and get us on a truck quicker than just arguing. So we need to go just here. Darjeeling, Krishnanja. English ni sama itu. Hindi, no Hindi. Where are you going?
Feeling good. No.
When the engine was giving us problems, he's not necessarily a mechanic, but he's far more mechanically oriented than I am. He's like figuring stuff out, and I'm just like, cool, you know. He pretty much was, has the ability to be a rickshaw mechanic now, which I don't know that there's much future in that.
We had probably one 20-minute hoo-ha about Chris not wanting to wake up at 4 AM.
4:30?
It takes me an hour to get ready, okay? I'm going to take a half-hour shower to try and wake up.
I said, Chris, we're waking up at 4 tomorrow because we've got to leave by 5, and he threw his arms up in the air and said, why? I don't want to wake up at 4, I can't wake up early.
But I don't I thought when you said early, maybe we'd leave at 6. I can do that.
Yeah, and that was it. And then he pretty much realised what he'd just said and how much of a princess he looked like in there, and came around.
I would like to, we never left by the dawn. Most teams do, and then we have only 3 days of the 14 days left to do that. Like he's like, no, I'm not in this vacation, I don't want to do that. I was like, well, this is not a vacation, it's this kind of rally, and then it's just, we suffer through a couple of days, we give and take, and then, but we always talk through it, and then we just came to mutual agreement, and that was fair for all of us.
I can't get out of bed in less than an hour. I need an hour to get my head up. I mean, I just.
5:30 then, Willie. If you really need an hour.
One of the nice hotels, and yeah, little things like that. He couldn't stand filth or grime, and it's. He's just but he handled it in a princessy manner. But we can't blame him, because after a long day on the rickshaw, you kind of want a nice hotel to sleep in rather than a. Day 11, 4 AM.
And Chris, I think he's awake.
Fingers crossed. Getting here, I guess, was probably one of the highlights. It's something you aim for, and you follow almost like a North Star. You're following it the whole time, and you're always in the back of your mind when you're driving at night and you're sweaty and you're cramped and your knees hurt and everything aches. The buses are going everywhere and it's not going right. You just think there's a party at the 20th. We have to make the party on the 20th. It will all be worth it.
So Chris, it's your birthday.
44 years old, and I let this 21-year-old prick wake me up at 4 AM.
1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Team Chang.
Go Team Chang. Go Team Chang.
Go Team Chang. Chris, our resident princess, can be a real hard man when he wants to. Driving at night in these conditions takes balls the size of small fucking melons.
And sure enough, it was getting dark, and once again, I've got minimal lights. The horn doesn't work, which is essential for this kind of traffic. And our brakes are still not working properly, and it started pouring down rain, lightning, thunderstorm. It was really beautiful, actually, but it was scary because, you know, on top of all the other things, we can't see out the windscreen at night anyhow, especially with car lights coming in.
Petrol, all right.
We found the petrol station and took shelter there, plus we needed petrol anyway. We regrouped, and Zaya took it upon herself to go inside. She saw these trucks, and she knew we needed a truck to Siliguri.
Thank you.
Three rickshaws.
Auto rickshaw.
We need a auto rickshaw. We need a truck, big truck, to put them all three inside and go to Darjeeling.
3 auto, 3 mini truck.
No, we need one big truck. To put all
One big
them.
truck,
No?
Not
not available here.
available here.
Darjeeling. Oh.
Now, one thing no. This car is up to Siliguri.
Okay, Siliguri.
Up to Siliguri.
Not even no.
No problem. No
Darjeeling.
problem. No problem. Siliguri.
Up to
Yes.
Siliguri, no problem.
How much money?
16,000 per truck. 16,000. 3.
No.
Very expensive.
Very expensive. No.
Very expensive.
Your opinion?
Let me talk to my friends. Hey guys, they're asking for 16,000. I said no way. It's going to be 3 trucks. They said you cannot find a big truck here. It has to be per truck. So actually we'll go with 3 trucks. How about 10,000? 10,000?
10,000?
Yeah. But that 12,000 is very expensive.
12,000.
Yeah.
Settle, 11,000 settle.
Yeah.
Final, full and final, right?
Yes, yeah.
When we pay, when we get there. Go.
Okay.
It's the mobile number, mobile number. Here is Jaguli to Siliguri.
Okay. Yes.
Fair.
This is 2 very happy teammates right now. Well, no. 3 very happy teammates right now.
They say we're always happiest before death.
Don't say you got everything.
It's on the truck.
Who is driving the blue one? Who?
He's the one.
Mr. Sarkar.
Okay, this is
Everything gotta be everything, gonna be everything. But I don't know what I need, but I don't know what I want. But all I do know is I want me some. But I don't know what I need, but I don't know what I want. But all I do know is I want me some. Don't say I got everything, got everything.
our team name is Chang, and then we are sponsored by Chang here. One, two, three. Chang here. Thank you. Thank you.
These are my various honks, because you don't have a horn.
We've only got about 500 kilometres now until Shillong, and we're going to try and get as much sleep as we can, wake up at about 4 o'clock again tomorrow morning.
It was such a beautiful road. We were like we're up in the hill, just like a curving road. It's so beautiful. And we saw monkeys, like wild monkeys, just like walking by the road. It was so beautiful. And even during the day, it was nice, like tea plantations just passing by. Beautiful green, green, green. But then, that was short-lived. And after that, it's just like roads are horrible, like potholes after potholes. Like we were driving like 10 miles an hour, the max 20 sometimes. And it was just bad, bad, bad roads.
We saw quite a few teams actually. All the teams are sort of starting to bottleneck into this last final stage. So everyone's got high spirits and are in a good mood. And we're glad we're going to see each other at the party tomorrow, which is good.
There he is! Yeah! We found ourselves a truck!
Like we don't have batteries, so like our wipers doesn't work. We don't have honk. We don't have turn signals. And then at night it was raining, so there was no wipers. While our rickshaw is driving, we would like climb to the front and then just like wipe it off with a paper towel. So that also we are like human wipers.
Hotel room. Can I check? Thank you.
We're looking forward to crossing the finish line and returning our lovable Rikita, the rickshaw, and having a nice bed to sleep in, and pray Lord, a couple beers.
This is our stop rock. Every time we stop, I put the rock under the wheel and we stop. Stop rock.
What did you have in mind? Should I think of everything? Well, I'm already blind.
I'm reporting from the rickshaw. Team Chang. It's pouring heavily. It's a Shillong. It's a 1:40 on April 20th. The rain is bad.
It's opening up, duck forward, get cold. Let go and come down, let go and come down. Let go and come down.
We're almost there. Yay! 2 weeks. Yeah, made it.
It's possible I might miss
Fucking eyebrows.
if now and will it again. I burn you, turn, I learn why not, why. You got to feel it tonight.
So, how do you feel now this is all finished?
Happy.
Like a born-again Christian.
I'm surprised we're not dead, you know.
Yeah, so are we.
We might be dead. Is this heaven? Oh, wait a minute.
It's going to be an amazing experience. You're going to see India in a way that you otherwise would never see.
I can tell you this is everything. Thrown in sleeveless and it did some things. I burn, you turn, I learn why not, why. You got to feel it tonight.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, see? There you go. How's everyone feeling? Good? Yeah! So did everybody have fun? Yeah! Did you have a good adventure? Oh, I heard a few there. The band are going to play now. I expect everyone to be on this dance floor, giving it some terrible, terrible dance moves, please. Your hair. Big round of applause, please.
Wait and then they'll see, then they'll find, then they'll know. Then they'll see, then they'll find, then they'll know. And to feed the one again, to feed the one again, to feed the one again, to feed the one again.
So Matt, it's the morning after the big party. How do you feel?
Well, I feel okay. I'm not sure we can say the same about some of our participants.
So how did it all go?
Generally, it went very well. We had a lot of less teams rolling than normal. There's 20 stood out there somewhere.
Do you know where they are?
No, no idea.